Diamonds were first discovered in India, and there's historical evidence of this going back to the trade routes in the 4th century. It's believed that diamonds were traded out of India to other countries via the Silk Route. However, for a long time, there was no single diamond so spectacular that it would leave people absolutely stunned. As time passed, the diamond solidified its place as an invaluable stone. In the 13th century, when diamond mines were practically non-existent anywhere else in the world, India unearthed the diamond whose sparkle was so brilliant it made powerful kings' eyes squint. This diamond was truly one of a kind. Nobody knew then that this gem would become so unique and priceless that anyone who saw it would be completely captivated. As its popularity grew, so did the intense competition among the era's monarchs to possess it. This is the story of the KOH-I-NOOR, the diamond born in India that now sits among the British crown jewels. It wasn't the case that the KOH-I-NOOR, once a source of great pride for India, just went to Britain overnight, or that they simply stole it in a battle. The KOH-I-NOOR's history is very long. After traveling from one Indian kingdom to another, the diamond was ultimately given to the British crown as a so-called gift. Here's another interesting fact. From the time it sat on the thrones of the Mughal dynasty to becoming a jewel in Queen Victoria's crown, this diamond was never bought or sold. Perhaps this is why it remains priceless to this day. But the KOH-I-NOOR has its own troubled past. Its sparkle is stained by the blood of many people, and the world remains unaware of many stories behind the intense desire for it. So let's take you through the dazzling tales of the KOH-I-NOOR and reveal the stories that have been overshadowed by its brilliance. The Indian government has stated it will make all possible efforts to get back the priceless KOH-I-NOOR diamond that is part of the Queen Mother's crown. Malik Kafur destroyed that temple and took the jewel from there. This incredible jewel has not just been a part of history and pride, it has also brought bad luck to its owners. The diamond was taken by the British. The origins of the diamond. There are many popular stories about the KOH-I-NOOR's origin. One legend claims that about 5,000 years ago, Jambanvata gave this diamond to Lord Krishna. During the Mahabharata period, it was known as the Syamantaka Mani. But the story doesn't end there. While some say the KOH-I-NOOR dates back to the Mahabharata, others claim it was discovered in a river about 3,200 years ago. Whatever the truth may be, an accurate and definitive account of its origin remains elusive. When it was first discovered, the KOH-I-NOOR was the world's largest diamond, weighing around 793 carats. It has been recut several times since, which has reduced its weight to about 105 carats. Despite being cut down, the KOH-I-NOOR is still one of the world's largest cut diamonds. According to several accounts, the KOH-I-NOOR's story truly begins in the 13th century during the Kakatiya dynasty, in what is now Andhra Pradesh. At that time, Golconda had a single active diamond mine, and it was in the Kollur mines there that the KOH-I-NOOR was found. Since India was ruled by kings and maharajas at the time, any incredibly valuable discovery was taken straight to the ruler. That's how the KOH-I-NOOR ended up with the king of the Kakatiya dynasty. The king was so impressed by its beauty and shine that he had the diamond set into the left eye of their family deity, goddess Bhadrakali. Word of the diamond quickly spread across India and reached Alauddin Khilji, the ruler of the Delhi Sultanate. Khilji was dreaming of expanding his empire into the southern parts of India. A few months later, Khilji's army, commanded by Malik Kafur, attacked the Kakatiya dynasty and looted the KOH-I-NOOR. The diamond then became part of the Delhi Sultanate under Alauddin Khilji. The changing hands of power. Later, the Tughlaqs defeated the Khiljis and took control of the Delhi Sultanate. By then, the KOH-I-NOOR was so famous that whenever one king defeated another, the diamond would change hands. That's how the KOH-I-NOOR passed from the Khiljis to the Tughlaqs, eventually reaching Firoz Shah Tughlaq. From the Tughlaqs, the diamond found its way into the hands of Hoshang-Shah, the king of Malwa. Hoshang-Shah wanted to conquer the neighboring kingdom of Gwalior, which was ruled by the Tomar king Dungurendra Singh. Hoshang-Shah seized an opportunity and attacked Gwalior, but was soundly defeated by Dungurendra Singh. To save his life, Hoshang-Shah handed over all his wealth, including the KOH-I-NOOR, to Dungurendra Singh. This event is mentioned in the Baburnama, which is the first documented record of the diamond. From Dungurendra Singh, the diamond went to the last Tomar ruler, Raja Vikramaditya. By this time, Ibrahim Lodi had taken power in the Delhi Sultanate. Ibrahim had also heard the huge rumors about the KOH-I-NOOR, so he attacked Gwalior to expand his empire and claim the diamond. Raja Vikramaditya was defeated in the battle, and was forced to surrender all his wealth, including the Koh-I-NOOR, which was placed in Ibrahim Lodi's fort in Agra. Lodi's victory was short-lived. Just 1 year later, he lost both his kingdom and the Koh-I-NOOR to Babur. Babur had been eyeing the throne of Delhi, launching several attacks on India since 1919, though he was defeated each time. In 1526, Babur attacked India again, this time fighting Ibrahim Lodi at Panipat. After a fierce battle that lasted for days, Ibrahim Lodi was killed and the Koh-I-NOOR fell into Babur's possession. Babur was so impressed by the diamond that he wrote extensively about it in his autobiography, the Baburnama. He praised the Koh-I-NOOR, saying it was so valuable that its price could feed the entire world for a day. However, Babur never used the name Koh-I-NOOR in the Baburnama, suggesting the diamond hadn't been named yet. A gift and a curse. After Babur, Humayun became the next ruler of the Mughal dynasty, and the Koh-I-NOOR was passed on to him. Just a few years into his rule, Humayun's empire began to crumble as his own brothers revolted. After dealing with his brothers, he started to unify his empire, but was then attacked by the Afghan ruler Sher Shah Suri. They fought 2 major battles over 2 years, and Humayun was defeated both times. He was forced to flee, leaving everything behind to seek asylum with Shah Tahmasp, the king of Iran. Tahmasp protected Humayun for several years. Happy with the Shah's hospitality, Humayun gifted him the Koh-I-NOOR. This was the first time the diamond had left India. The Koh-I-NOOR stayed with the king of Iran for about 3 years. Interestingly, Shah Tahmasp wasn't particularly interested in the jewel that had caused so much bloodshed, so he gifted it to his good friend Nizam Shah, the king of Ahmednagar, who was a huge diamond enthusiast. After returning to India, the Koh-I-NOOR stayed with Nizam Shah for a few years before passing to Qutb Shah, the king of Golconda. In 1656, the diamond somehow came into the hands of Qutb Shah's prime minister, Mir Jumla, who used it to get closer to Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan had a great fondness for beautiful objects, which led him to commission the Peacock Throne. It is said that Shah Jahan spent twice as much on the Peacock Throne as he did on the Taj Mahal. He had the throne covered with many diamonds, gold, and precious stones, with the Koh-I-NOOR placed at the very top. However, Shah Jahan didn't sit on the throne for long. His own son, Aurangzeb, arrested him and threw him in jail. Aurangzeb not only took his father's throne, but also claimed the Koh-I-NOOR. Fascinated by the diamond, Aurangzeb hired a famous jeweler to recut it to make it even more attractive. Unfortunately, a significant portion of the diamond was chipped away during the cutting process, reducing its weight from 793 carats to a mere 186 carats. An enraged Aurangzeb heavily fined the jeweler and stored the gem in his treasury. The name, Mountain of Light. While famous for its brilliance, the Koh-I-NOOR also earned a reputation. Any man who possessed it would initially experience great victories, but eventually, the diamond would lead to his downfall and ruin. This prophecy seemed to come true, as every king who owned it saw his empire quickly fall apart. Mughal emperors like Babur, Humayun, and Shah Jahan owned the Koh-I-NOOR and suffered terrible endings to their reigns. Notably, Akbar, the most popular Mughal ruler, never owned the diamond. As the Mughal Empire declined, the Koh-I-NOOR fell into the hands of Muhammad Shah Rangila, also known as Bahadur Shah Rangila. Taking advantage of the weak Mughals, Nadir Shah, the ruler of Iran, invaded and destroyed Bahadur Shah Rangila's empire. He carried out a massive slaughter throughout Delhi, looting all the Mughal wealth, including the Peacock Throne. However, Nadir Shah hadn't found the prized Koh-I-NOOR, which Bahadur Shah Rangila was secretly hiding in his turban. When Nadir Shah learned of this, he tricked Bahadur Shah Rangila by suggesting they exchange turbans as a sign of celebrating his victory. Having already lost the war, Bahadur Shah Rangila reluctantly agreed to avoid losing his life. As Bahadur Shah removed his turban, the diamond fell to the ground and its brilliance lit up the area. Seeing it, Nadir Shah was astonished and reportedly cried out, "Koh-I-NOOR," which means Mountain of Light. From that moment on, the diamond became known by that name. Nadir Shah returned to Iran with the Koh-I-NOOR and a vast amount of looted wealth. His fascination with the diamond never waned. He was so obsessed that he wore it on his armband at all times. For a few years, everything was fine, but then the diamond's supposed curse began to affect Nadir Shah's empire. His life was ruined to the point that he lost his mind and became paranoid, even suspecting his own loyal bodyguards. He replaced his commanders with Ahmad Shah Durrani and ordered the killing of his former guards. But Nadir Shah's old bodyguards learned of the plan, and two of them, Salar Khan and Muhammad Khan Khaja, assassinated him that very night. After Nadir Shah's death, Ahmad Shah Durrani took control of the empire and brought the KOH-I-NOOR from Iran to Afghanistan. The diamond reaches the British. The diamond eventually came into the possession of Ahmad Shah Durrani's descendant, Shah Shuja Durrani, in Afghanistan. Rulers changed, ownership shifted, but two things remained constant: the KOH-I-NOOR's brilliance and the intense desire for it. Once, when asked to estimate the value of the KOH-I-NOOR, Shah Shuja Durrani's wife, Wafa Begum, reportedly said, "If a strong man were to throw